Tracey's Basement Geeky Collector Hunts brings you Flea Market Finds Fridays, where we hunt local flea markets for new finds for our collection.
Toys, comics, collectibles, maybe even a bit of nostalgia.
So stick around and see what we found in this week's haul, because you never know what you're going to find at the flea market. Hey guys, it's our second episode of Flea Market Finds Fridays. We got some pretty cool stuff to show you guys today.
So we got all the first episode jitters out of us. First episode I think was a little stunty, a little working out the kinks, because this was a new thing for us here. But we made it to a second episode, and we've got some cool flea market stuff to show off for you guys. I have a beat going now, so I should start shattering it up, eh? We've got some. But yeah, I found something really cool at the flea market this week. It was actually something that you wanted way back in the day. I can't remember exactly when these came out. Probably early 2000s, maybe.
A while ago.
But it's something you kind of wanted for a while, and I found it at the flea market for a very good price. And it is the Kyoto Kasumi Dead or Alive. This is the Monsieur Bomb. Monsieur Bomb? That's like French for Mr. Bomb. Is it? I don't know. I don't know.
So.
Monsieur Bomb. I know. I should know a little bit of French. I'm Canadian, but my French is very limited. Like des oiseaux and ouf. I could talk about birds and eggs and bibliothèques, libraries. That's it. But yeah, I got this for a very good price, specifically because this is gonna drive you in the box people nuts, and I just wanted to show you it's not proof that it doesn't get your stuff damaged. She is complete in the sealed package, nothing open, no slices, no anything, but she's got dust and a broken hand. I don't know if you can see it, but she's got a broken hand there.
The hand is in the package.
It is. It's all there. I mean, it can't come out. It's sealed. It is sealed. But she does have a broken hand. But I thought this was a extremely cool find, and it's nothing a little super glue can't fix, because she's kind of a still figure. She doesn't really have any articulation. If she does, it's not much. But yeah, Dead or Alive, I had a lot of fun with those fighting games.
A
lot of fun. You had a lot of fun with the volleyball game.
I
strangely
did.
enough.
I played a lot of the volleyball game.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. That volleyball game was simple, but it had very simple, fun mechanics. It was a great thing to just have a couple beers and just sit down and press the buttons, too. It was a lot of fun. But this is actually her from the fighting game in her ninja outfit, her classic blue. There were variants of this. You could get her in her black outfit and her white outfit. But this is the classic blue Kasumi outfit. I thought that was a really cool find, and like I said, I got it really cheap because of the broken hand, and the seller didn't know.
No.
That I pointed out that the hand was broken in the package, so he gave it to me cheap. The guy that I bought this from, I've dealt with him before, and he's not usually the cheapest, easiest guy to deal with. But yeah, he gave me a discount on stuff that's broken. So I got that. That was cool. That was my collectible pickup of this week, and that was the only collectible I picked up, and it was for you. But it was just so cool that,
Exactly.
I was happy. But you picked up a ton of stuff.
I did. I picked up a bunch of stuff, all from one fandom. The first one is this little tiny Gundam. He's just so chibi and cute. I don't know. I saw him, and he was adorable, and he's almost like a little... He feels like a little Transformer, but I don't know. I love him so much. I thought he was really super cute.
He's pretty awesome. He's definitely SD Gundam.
Yes.
That's
SD
what it
Gundam.
is, actually. SD Gundam. So, oh! I didn't know that.
Ah, I didn't know that either.
He's got karate chop action!
Okay, he's more awesome now.
I love playing with toys. I just love toys.
But the big thing is that I got a whole stack of Gundam action figures. The guy kept all the plastic to put them back in for whatever reason.
But they are all loose.
It's all, they are going to all be opened and posed and all that kind of thing. But I have Death Scythe. We have Sandrock. We have, I believe this is Death Scythe Hell. Yep. And Heavy Arms, which I have a little one of actually already. And the Wing Gundam mobile suit, the main character's Gundam, which is just wicked awesome. I loved Gundam as a kid, so these were a really cool find. I have a Gundam army.
There you go. So these are all Gundam Wing,
Yes.
right?
Mobile suit Gundam Wing.
Okay. I vaguely remember Gundam Wing from the old YTV days if you're
Yes.
Canadian. Tuna May if you're Tuna May, how did they pronounce it? If you're in the States. But in Canada we had YTV, which was sometimes even more censored than Tuna Me.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But that's where we got our anime fix from The Zone on YTV in Canada.
So cool.
I vaguely remember Gundam Wing, but I was more hooked on the Dragon Ball
Yes.
at the time. I think they had Pokemon, then Sailor Moon, then Dragon Ball, then Gundam Wing. I think was the lineup back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was.
90s,
They were all kind of
early 2000s.
yeah, in that area.
So, in that area? In that era. I did that in another video recently. I said area instead of era. But okay, that's cool. I noticed though is Death Scythe and Death Scythe Hell. And Death Scythe Hell has a double scythe and massive wings.
Massive wings.
So if these are the same price, that is an infinitely better figure than Death Scythe. Because Death Scythe just comes with his scythe and like a little bit of blast. And I look at that beast! Like that's a beast compared to this.
Death Scythe Hell is way cooler than Death Scythe, yes.
That's so much better of a figure if those are the same price. I don't want you Death Scythe. I want Death Scythe Hell. Look at him. He's
super cool.
He's a monster.
I love him. And you know what? I got all 5 of them for a pretty great deal because the guy was willing to cut me a little bit of a deal to take all of them at once. So.
All of them at once. Yeah, sometimes if you buy in bulk, they will hassle you. Haggle. Not hassle. Hassle. They'll hassle you. Hassle. Hoff. Yeah. I want to hassle some of that discount. Hoff. This is just getting stupid.
I was really happy with this pickup.
Yeah.
It was great. Those were our collectibles for this week, so you know what that means.
It's time for
Bargain Bin Comics!
Now that's a sound bite. But yeah, you didn't grab any comics this week.
Nope.
Strange, there were all comics for me this week, but I did grab one for you that I found, and I found you an Elvira's House of Mystery.
Very
just
cool.
because it's got Elvira on the cover, and I mean, I love Elvira too. Elvira is just one of the best.
Everybody loves Elvira.
Oh, she's like she's the iconic horror host, man. I love me some Elvira, and that was a kind of a series with different stories. You know, the horror anthology type stories. All these old horror comics had different takes. And speaking of old horror comics, there's actually a few here that are pretty old horror comics, and I love collecting those old horror story comics. I also picked up a Secrets of the Haunted House, which is a DC line of horror tales.
I want to know what's going on here with the guy looking in the mirror and he's all freaky looking. It's some horrible operation is happening in this book.
I found a couple of Ghostly Tales ones. These are the old Charlton Comic Group's one. These are pretty old. They're pretty old horror comics. These ones in particular, number 128, number 136. These are from 78 and 79. I have older ones than this because this was a long-running series. But I mean, just look at the covers on these guys. I can't get enough. Now, I really, really love the one with the skeleton aviation pilots. I think that's extremely cool. It just gives that old vintage horror vibe to it. And I just love anything mummies as well. I think mummies don't get the love they deserve in horror. I think they kind of fell out. And I think mummies got to come back. Not Tom Cruise mummies. I don't want that Tom Cruise mummy stuff, but I think mummies got to make a little bit of a comeback. And I got one more horror one. And this was Scary Tales, another Charlton Comics Group one from 78. This is number 16 in the line. And I got number one, it's a horror comic in the bargain bins. And it's got a big octopus on it. So
you gotta love a big sea creature.
It's a fun,
big, scary sea creature.
It's a fun sea creature tale. I like those kind of funky old stories. There's something just about the vintage horror that it has, I know I say this a lot, but it has a charm to it. I like to say charm. It's the nostalgic charm. Classic horror. These were my favorite pickups of the comics, though. I picked up an annual of the official adaptation of Embassy Pictures film Swamp Thing.
Say that 10 times fast.
I just decided to say the whole thing. I don't know why, but it's the annual, and the cover is the movie Swamp Thing. It's the same poster art for the original Wes Craven movie. So I got that. I'm a huge Swamp Thing buff. And I found the entire 5-part run of Roots of the Swamp Thing. Now that's a great bargain bin find right there.
That's very cool find.
To get the whole run at once like that. It's only a 5-part run, but a whole Roots of the Swamp Thing run in the bargain bins, 5 parts. I thought that was a great pickup. So I definitely enjoy reading that. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So I'm pretty happy with the bargain bin comic pickups. I just crushed your blade.
So that was our haul for our second episode of Flea Market Finds Fridays.
That's such a tongue twister. Flea Market Finds Fridays.
Guys, say it 10 times fast. Do it right now.
It's fun. I'm gonna get used to it. Flea Market Finds Fridays, also known as
Let us know what you thought of the haul down in the comments section below, and if you're enjoying these videos, of course, give us a like, share, subscribe. Let us know that you enjoy what we're doing. And you can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat at Tracey's Basement, Jason from TV on Twitter. And of course, as always, guys, keep coming back for more Tracey's Basement. Bye!
Stay tuned for the next exciting episode of